It's interesting how the controls are back here.
Instead of up here?
Yeah.
Kind of a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. All right, so now we need to look at the deck. 2023 and season 4. I think this will even go to 2024. I don't know. All I can tell you is that we've been sailing the boat and enjoying ourselves. Minimal amount of boat work this year, but that's okay. I want to enjoy my family, I want to enjoy the boat, and I also want to enjoy some boat drinks. Nothing better than being sun-kissed on the water. I hope that you guys have really enjoyed these videos, and if there's something you want to see, I implore you to reach out and ask me, and I'm more than happy to record it for you. Boat work is my favorite, so if you have some need for a helping hand, by all means, just reach out. I'm here. But until then, I hope you guys hit that like and subscribe button, and cheers to you in the water. What's going on, people? Alright, today I wanted to go over the Catalina that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. My boy Steve was talked out of buying it by someone who probably doesn't really understand how easy all the work was going to be. Up until the last moment, the boat was about to be splashed, and it got shown to someone, again, who I just don't think can understand how simple all this stuff is, and talked him out of it. So he canceled buying it, and I just want to show it to you guys, because if one of you in the tri-state area, or maybe not even, maybe someone from further away who has some time that can come down here and spend with me, we can get you a good boat, a really great boat. If I actually had the capital right now, I would buy it, because it's cheap, and then I would flip it by spring for probably $20,000. I'd say I'd probably make profit anywhere between 12 to 14,000 profit off the boat, with really minimal amount of time. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I'll explain that in a minute. With a minimal amount of money. The reason why I can't do that is because I've saved up money for two things. We're going to be going over what new tender I should be buying, and also I'm working on a 36-foot that has been abandoned, but I'm still going to have to pay titling and storage, so I'm keeping all that money set aside for those two projects. But this Catalina 30, it's a 1982 standard rig, and I'm telling you, for what you can pick this thing up for and what you're going to have to put into it, I think you can flip it and make a lot of money, or you can get yourself a really nice yacht that you'll have for years to come. Tons of enjoyment to be had on it. So let's get into this real quick. All right, so what does this boat need? You're going to look at this. You can put some clips in here. The boat itself is tired. It needs to be cleaned. It's pretty obvious when we take a look at the top side and the bottom side. You'll see on the top side where someone had tried to varnish a lot of the wood, and that has leaked. So let's take a look at that real quick. All right, so now we need to look at the deck.
Your feet do.
Oh. All right, now looking at the bottom, you'll see there's a smile. However, it's not as structural as you would think. You're going to see on the rudder, there's a little bit of rust where there was a pinhole. I don't think that's going to be an issue inside the rudder. I think you're going to be okay. I was knocking on it. There's no flex. It's just a pinhole. It had some moisture. That can be handled very, very easily. You will see that there is a 3-bladed prop, and you will see that the prop shaft has also been replaced. So let's take a quick look at that. Oh, drive shaft is new. All right. Sorry, people. Trying to manage a beer and film. All right. Let's look at the other side. It's got a stainless steel drive shaft. All right. Typical smile. We are blanching though. All right, let's get up there and have a gander. I dig it. 3-blade prop, Steve. All right, so moving into the cockpit, you'll see it's dirty. Pinnacle's in decent shape. Steering's in decent shape. That Dodger that you're going to see is rather nice. What I don't like particularly about it is the fact that you see on mine, I have my shifter and my fuel up on a binnacle. His is going to be right down in here. Not really a fan of that, but not a big deal. Something you could change if you really wanted to. You can pick up these binnacles rather cheap, and you can put all of your working gears and not gears, but all your throttle and your shifter up here if need be. I don't think it's that big of a deal, especially with the price of the boat. So that's up to you. It's interesting how the controls are back here.
Instead of up here?
Yeah.
Kind of a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. All right, so now that we looked at the cockpit, I hope you did notice that there is an auto pilot on it, which is kind of a cool feature. We move down into the cabin. It is gutted, right? There is no cushions, there is no trim teak work. He has it all. He has the cushions. He's told me they're very tired, but you at least have them for templates if you want to get them reupholstered. And he has all the teak trim, very simple to put on. We move forward and we look at the keel bolts. The keel bolts were fine. There's no pulling into the stub, which tells me that the marine grade plywood that Catalina, don't know why they did it, but they did, is still intact. Will it be intact in 5 years? I can't say, but for now it's intact, and that's what makes this boat special. There's no pulling into the stub, therefore we can rebuild the whole boat without worry, right? That's the big problem with every Catalina, is that core is done, and now we have to go ahead and dig that out and spend tons of money to rebed the stub. And that's not in bad shape. So that is a super plus. Let's take a look at those bolts real quick. All right. So here we are on a 82 Catalina. Bulkheads seem solid. I like that door. You have all the cushions?
Yes, they're in the garage. Not in fantastic shape. I also have all the shelves, all the teak shelving and everything in the garage.
You have these back cushions though, correct?
Yes.
One-eighth. Give her a turn. Let's see. That looks good. That's it. Go to the front. That's the one that'll be the problem. Let's turn. I just want to see if it's pulling in. What with that light?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got this. That's it. That's it. All right. Now we move to the compression post stub. This was a piece of, I want to say, walnut that Catalina used. Again, I don't know why anybody would use wood in an area that's going to be wet. The Catalina is designed to have the icebox and the bathroom drain into the bilge. Not a bright idea, but it was done, and we have to work around that. So that piece is gone, and I think that would scare a lot of people. However, if we take a look where the post meets the stub on the fiberglass on the floor, there's no cracking. A little bit of warping because it's starting to get to the point where we're going to have to fix that. Also up on the deck, there's no cracking. So we've got two main contributing warning signs, so to speak, that would tell us that this is bad, but they're not there yet. So it's caught right in time. The way to fix this is we would unstep the boat. We would then chisel out all that rotten wood, make a bit of a cut, and fit in a floor jack that they sell on Amazon for 160 bucks. Close it back up, and while we're in there, we'll just redo some of your wiring, maybe put some extra, conduits in there as well. So again, don't be scared of that. So let's take a look at that real quick. Show you guys what we're talking about here. So keel stub, I know I showed it earlier, but look at that. That is completely gone. Well, yeah, gone. So it's a big repair. It's not big. It's not even expensive. It's time consuming. All right, and last but not least, when it comes to the big repairs, the deck. So we already looked at the top. But now I want you to go and look at this in a second, where I show you that the foredeck, just forward of the mast, where my boat has 2 hatches, which would be basically above your head, is super rotten. There's no cracking, but it is springy. Now, do you have to fix that this year? No. Would I recommend doing it? 100%. I have a couple of ideas. We could open it up and recore it with balsa. I don't recommend doing that. I'd like to try a few other things that would involve a alcohol treatment and then a resin placed in there. We could definitely talk about that if you are interested in this boat, but I don't think it's a big deal. I think that's easily fixable as well. We can resolve that issue, and basically you're getting a boat for next to nothing, and you could have a boat that's worth $20,000-$25,000 when you're done with it. But let's go take a look at the springiness in the deck real quick.
Keel right here.
Can I put the source? Exactly.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So this is the problem I was mentioning to you last year about it.
The core is shot up here.
Everyone I'd spoken to about it said going from the bottom, going from inside.
Yeah, it keeps it cleaner.
Yeah.
All right, so you've seen all these things. Again, if I had the capital, I would buy this boat, and I would turn around and probably fix it for under $5,000. It's just the time. And when I say time, it's not even a lot of time. It is, in a sense, because you can only do certain things and then you have to step away and let them dry. So for instance, the keel smile. Fixing that smile should take me no more than 4 hours of work time. But in that 4 hours of work time, that's grinding it out. Let's just say grinding it out takes me 30 minutes. Then filling the groove with the 5200, tightening the keel bolts again, letting everything dry, coming back, fairing it, glassing it, etc., painting it. It's not really a big job. So all of these jobs are like that. For instance, unstepping, now we got to cut out the stub. We got to dry it. It's not a lot of work in a sense of work, but it's time because you have to wait days in between and let things cure, etc. Anyway, I do believe that this boat could be worth $20,000+ if done right, if care was put into it. That just includes cleaning and doing these repairs correct. So if you're interested in this boat, let me know. I do want to just explain that this boat is not my boat. I only met this gentleman through the channel. He had asked me if I would come help him with his keel smile. His situation has changed. He's moving away out of country and the boat has to go. However, nobody's going to buy the boat for what he wanted with all these issues. So he understands that. He's willing to work with people. I don't want to say what Steve had negotiated. I think that the only fair way to do this is to let you guys do the same. Now, I would gladly show up and go through the boat with you if you're interested. So hit me up on here if you are willing to take a look at the boat. The only other caveat is I'm not going to do all this work for free, which I am. I want to say that. I'm going to record everything. I'm going to do it at my leisure, so I won't be rushed. We'll have you in the water by spring, I would think. But it has to be brought to a marina near my house, so I can make it down there when I have 2 or 3 hours to spare. I was asking Steve to bring it to Haverstraw Marina. You guys can call them. They're safe harbor. You can see what they will charge you. I'm not getting involved with any of the the purchasing of parts or negotiating with marinas to keep things on the hard. You'll have to have it insured. I would recommend Progressive. You could do it rather fast that way and get everything you need in order to keep it there. But it has to be near me, and I will 100% do the work. Quid pro quo, I don't even know if that's the correct term. I'll do the work. I would like you to help so you could learn as well. But it has to be near me, and you have to pay for all the parts, etc. So if you're interested in this boat, by all means, give me a DM, and we can get you in touch with Jason, the owner, and we can go from there. I hope somebody can see what I see in this boat. I love my Catalina 30. They sail well. I had a lot of the same issues. I fixed them all, rather inexpensive, and I'm loving her, sitting on her right now. But all right, I gotta go. I've been ranting. I got sail camp. I gotta get on the dinghy. Again, hit me up through here. I'll give you my Facebook or my Instagram, which is down below in the description. You can hit me up through there, and we can talk about it. Cheers, guys.